Hey everybody, welcome to Sheepdog Logic. Look at Sgt Major. I wanted to make a video today just to show you how the Sgt Major's sitting. Nothing's been done all winter. In fact, I got to clean it off some. As you can see, some trees. We had a pretty good storm, and a lot of these trees fell. Branches, I should say. Telling you, I'm looking in the camera, it looks like crap, but I know you guys can see better than I can. And the trees all fell down over there. We've cleaned some up. There's some between the two campers right there. Yeah, I'm at home today. Today's Monday the 10th, I think. 11th, my bad, 11th. Happy Easter to everybody. Yep, just wanted to give you an update on the Sgt Major. The weather's nice today. It was nice yesterday. Definitely looking forward to getting back to work on this thing. I want to get it done this year. I want it to be running this year and roadworthy this year. That's my goal this year. And we gonna make it happen. Got a lot of things to do, but none of it's not that difficult. So next time I come home, I'm gonna be, weather permitting, I'll be working on the Sgt Major. Good old Sgt Major. Look at that truck. Now he looked good. Don't tell me. Nobody can tell me that truck don't look good. It looks good. But yeah. So yeah, we're gonna start working back on the Sgt Major. This ain't gonna be the end of this video. Well, I'll tell you. There we go. Gotta love these cameras. Anyway, yeah, this ain't the end of it. I'm gonna end this video here shortly, and then I'm gonna restart up down there in Martin. I got some things to bring up to you about the Lieutenant Watermelon. But I just wanted to show you the cab over, Sgt Major. We ain't did a thing, not a thing. Winters are brutal up here in Michigan. Snow ain't so bad, but the cold what sucks. I can't work in the cold. But anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to give you an update on that. There's the motor still sitting there. There's the front of it still sitting there. Everything's the same, nothing's changed, but we gonna get back at it. That's for sure. We gonna get back at it. But I'm gonna end this video right now. I'm gonna get ready. I gotta go to work today. When I get down there, if I got enough time today, I'll do it. But if I don't, I'll do it tomorrow. We'll get her done. But I'm gonna bring you up to speed up on the Lieutenant Watermelon, because I have had to do a lot of things to that, and I still got a few things I got to do to it. And I am looking for another place to lease on to. I found a place I like, but I'm still nervous. I've been with Classic since 2016, so I'm a little nervous about switching companies again. You never know. You can read about them, you can talk about them, you can talk to them, but you really don't know nothing until you get on with the company. Once you lease onto it, then you start finding out the truth. And hopefully I've asked enough questions that I know the truth, and the truth be what it is when I get there. So we'll see what happens, but I'll keep you guys up to speed, and I'm gonna talk to you here in a little bit. So you take care. Happy Easter. Have a great day. Hey everybody, I made it back down here to Martin. Let's give you the pan around. You can see that I'm at Martin. Been over a week since I've been here. Seems how that truck right there had some issues. But let's talk about Lieutenant Watermelon. Like I said I was gonna. I'll show you what's been replaced. I know I've talked about a few things. This thing has had fuel problems. In the last 4 months, I've had it in the shop 4 or 5 times. We had transmission problems twice. And one of the transmission problems, if you remember, was, what was it? Wouldn't go into, oh shoot, you ain't gonna be able to see that. Oh yeah, you will. Okay. What the heck was it? It wouldn't go from high to low, low to high. Wouldn't go back and forth. Was having problems with that, right? And We got that problem solved. Well, we thought. Had to change out the top part, the handle part, you know, which your hand rests on. Had to change that whole thing out. Got that from Freightliner. Well, turns out that thing was bad from the get-go. Started having the problems again. They figured out it was that, so they replaced it. Niels did, but this time it was from France, not from Mexico. So it's working good now, other than sometimes I put it in reverse, and when I go to pull it out of reverse, it doesn't pull it out of reverse. It stays in reverse. And then if I let the clutch out too fast, the truck starts shaking all around, you know, because it's in gear. Well, once I push the clutch back in, it comes out of gear all by itself. And I talked to Niels about that, because they're the ones that work on my truck, my transmission, my drivetrain. And they said that there's a C-clip or a washer that's probably broke off. They said it can do that for a while, or it can just downright lock up on you and you're stuck on the side of the road. So $6,500 is what it's going to cost me to get a different transmission in that truck, a Lieutenant. And I'm going to put a 13-speed in it. Okay, so that's problems I'm having with the transmission. We had fuel problems twice. Truck started acting like it had, you know, it was getting air in the fuel, or it wasn't getting enough fuel, one of the two. Took it to Tim, my mechanic. He found the air line, the valve actually, going from the passenger side tank to the driver's, well, it goes in the middle. Then there's a shut-off valve, you know, you shut it off, turn it off. Well, that valve was leaking. So he replaced both valves, fixed it, ran just fine. Well, then just, so a week ago Wednesday, so today's Monday. So last week, I was off all week, it was in the shop. So the week before that, I took it to the shop on Friday. Wednesday's when it started acting up again. Loss of power, acting like it ain't getting enough fuel or something. Took it to Tim again. This time we got a code though, injector 1. Yeehaw. So bottom line, they had to replace one injector wire harness. Then they ohmed out the whole thing just to make sure everything else was good to go. Everything else was good to go. Got the overhead done. Jake brakes were adjusted. But while the mechanic was under the truck looking for a nut or a bolt, one of the two that he dropped, he noticed that the cross member at the fifth wheel goes from frame to frame. In case y'all don't know that, that's called a crossover. Cross member, it connects the two frames together. There's multiple ones. But he was crawling under there looking for that nut or bolt, whatever it was, and he noticed that it had 3 cracks in it. I'm like, what? I've been under that truck many times, never noticed that. Another mechanic's been under it many times, never noticed that. Another friend of mine's been under it many times, never noticed that. It's like, what the heck? Yeah, when your mind's just not thinking about those particular things, you're not going to notice it. But he was looking for something, so he noticed it. Well, I'm glad he did. So it just got out of the shop. He got done with it Saturday night. He drove it down here for me on Sunday night. He lives not too far from here, so he don't mind doing that. But I'm going to try and turn you around so you can see the cross member that was replaced. That whole crossover right there goes all the way across. That had to be replaced. So they had to take this fifth wheel off. They had to take this plate off right here. So they had to lift this whole plate, fifth wheel and everything off in order to get to it. So that was an expensive deal. I need to tape up this. Yep, I need to tape that up. Got a cut in it, which I keep forgetting to get the tape, and I got the tape. Let's see, radiator's been changed. I told you about that. I got a couple other coolant leaks on this thing. Well, I got one coolant leak. It's a cold leak right now. I gotta have to drain the coolant down to about here in order to replace the hose adapter and the 2 clamps. Haven't given her a bath in a while because the guy that used to do it ain't doing a damn good job anymore, so it's just a matter of timing. Oh, I hit a deer a couple weeks ago. I'll show you all the damage that deer did. As you know, this bumper right here is brand new. because I had to replace it due to a deer. Well, this time the deer decided it wanted to kiss my hubcap. Well, there you go. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 lug nut covers missing. That's all the damage the deer did. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I gotta fix this too. There's bolts down here and up here that I need to put bigger flat washers in there and fix that. Yeah, hold on. All right, let's go get this tape so I can tape up that air line like I wanted to. I didn't work yesterday, or I didn't work today because by the time my truck got done, it was too late. They had already given out all the dispatches for Monday on Friday, and nobody was working Saturday because you know, Easter. Oh, well, look at there, that door's open anyway, so I might as well go in this door. All right. There we go. Oh, I bought a new Milwaukee tool. It's a air compressor, handheld. It's rated for 150 psi, so I bought it. I'm gonna test it out. We got a air compressor at home in the barn, but it ain't good. It works, but the lines are all foobarred. Hoses are all bad. They're old and everything's old and whatnot, so I'd rather have my own compressor anyway. And if they make them that small, they can make them that small and work as good as a big one. Well, shoot, I'm all in. So I'll get that when I get home, and then I'll try it out, because I definitely need to check the air in these tires, air in my pickup tires. You know what? I'll be right back. Tape ain't gonna stick very good if the line ain't clean. So we'll make sure the line's clean. Yeah, it's just this black rubber that's, I don't know, it got caught on something a while back. It ain't got no worse since I got it hanging where I got it. So when I first installed it, it got caught on something. I didn't notice it. These things ain't cheap, so you don't want to have to buy a new one every time something goes foobar. Mm-hmm. Well, it don't look pretty, but least it ain't gonna catch on nothing. Oh, well. So yeah, so there's a LT watermelon. I gotta figure out a way to put you guys in that cab so we can go riding down the road together. Yep, we gonna get back to work on that Sgt Major. That's for dadgum sure. Dadgum sure. I'm getting the itch to work on it, put it together. I want to hear that thing run this year. Oh, for sure. I want to get it on the road making money. Got 2 trucks. Only one's making any money right now. Barely that. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Pick 'em up truck. Camper ain't no different. Same, running just good. Camper leaks just a little bit. Drives me nuts. But once I swap jobs anyway, I ain't gonna be needing this camper like I did before. So this camper I bought just for this job, just so I could come down here and stay all week in a camper instead of sleeping in my truck all week. That's what I was doing before I bought the camper. I don't want to do that no more. But I may be going back to it, sleeping in my truck. This company over here ain't paying enough, man. They just ain't paying enough. And their main work is the rail, so they tend to, that's their main bread and butter is rail. Well, rail ain't doing too good right now, because and everybody around the country's feeling it, because the ports got all backed up, and then they got all heavy. Once they got the backup cleared up, and then the ports started opening up again, well, they got overwhelmed. Didn't have enough chassis for the containers, so they all the rail yards around the country sent all their extras chassis to the ports so they could relieve congestion down at the ports. Now that never has fixed. The rail yards ain't got no better, they got worse. So this company, I do this, there's about 6 of us that normally do these shuttles. This is one of their contracts. It's a good one. It's a good contract, no doubt about it. But because they got 75 drivers and there's only 6 down here, and then they can't send all the rest to the rail because they got some that work the city, but majority of them go to Chicago and back. Well, they can't go to Chicago because the rail yards are all foobar because they ain't got no chassis. So they put them down here. So we get less shuttles. So I'm making less money now. So I can't do that. You know, when you own your own truck, your own business, you can't let other businesses drain you. You can't let other businesses run your business down, and that's what they're doing right now. I'm letting them, so I ain't doing it no more. I'm gonna move forward. I'm hoping to find another contract, dedicated run, but I think the only way you can get them is by word of mouth. There's a company I found that's offering them, but I can't get a hold of them. They won't answer their damn phone. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, I'll probably end up going back over the road. My plan is I only work in the Midwest between I-77 and I-35. That pretty much stay in that zone. If you look at the United States map, it's pretty much center. And if I can stay out 10 days, 9-10 days, and make enough money for 2 weeks, then that's how I'm going to run. I'm going to run 7 days or 9 days, 7 to 10 days, just depending on how well I'm doing that week, and then I'm going to take the rest of the week off. So I'll work like a week and a half and take the other half of that second week off, and then start again that following Monday, and just do it like that. You're better off working like that. You can make more money, and you don't have to stay out 2 weeks to make that money. You can, if you just work it right, you can stay out a week and a half and then have the other half of the week off, the following week off, and just keep doing that. And if I can make good enough money doing that, then that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want to be out on the road. I don't. It's not what I want to do. But what I got to do is I got to get the cab overdone, Sgt Major, and I got to get him road ready, insured and plated and everything. And then I'll drive that truck, and then I can put somebody in the Lieutenant Watermelon and make a little bit of money on that side. And then I won't have to work as much, right? And I plan on getting 2 more trucks, just like Watermelon. And I'll have 3 drivers, and I won't be driving at all once I get 3 drivers. I'll just be the man that pays for all the maintenance and make sure they get plated and all that shit. So that's the plan, but I got to get there. I got to get my debt paid off, and I'm almost there. I'm about halfway through on that. And I got to get 2 more trucks, and I still got to get this one completely finished. I got to get the transmission done, and I got to get the kingpins replaced, and all the. I just put in all the slack adjusters on the LT. Just did all those 2 weeks ago, and they don't come with pins. They don't come with none of the C-clips or the pins or anything. They just come slack adjuster, and that's it. So, and the mechanic friend that helped me out, he told me that my bushings and my S-cams are getting wore out. So I'm gonna get the kingpins replaced. And then when they're doing the kingpins, they can do all the slack adjuster hardware that needs to be replaced, the S-cams and the S-cam bushings up front. Then that'll all be done up front. The front will be completely new. And then all I have to do is the back. So, and I've already been told once I get new brake pads, which I'm about 50% right now. So end of summer, probably I'll have to get brake pads. Once I do that, then I'll replace the S-cams and the bushings on the rear. And then that truck will be good to go, other than the dash, cosmetic. The dash still needs fixed. Yeah, and that's just not a priority. Everything in the dash works. It's just the dash looks like shit because some people just don't care about their vehicles. They're just work trucks. That's all they are, just work trucks. Oh, people. Yeah, a lot of people got the idea they just buy a truck and run it till it breaks down, till it won't run no more. Just go buy another one. It ain't that easy. Some of y'all found that out, didn't you? Yeah, it ain't that easy. It takes a lot of money to keep these trucks on the road, and you're better off just fixing the one you got and keep putting money into it. Now, if it's a lemon, it's a lemon. But if you buy a used truck, like I did with Lieutenant there, you don't know what you're getting. The guy I bought it from was a nice guy, good guy, and I talked to him this weekend. Still a good guy, but that don't mean that when he bought that truck, not 6 months before I bought it from him, and he put $26,000 into it. Well, I've put in 30 plus since I got it. Okay, that means the guy that had it before my buddy had it didn't take care of it at all. And by the time my buddy got it, he had to go through the suspension parts and front part, and he put a radiator in it. He put brand new front suspension parts on it, and a few things here in turbo. Put a new turbo on it, put a new cam in it. I've done a bunch of stuff to it, right? I had to do a lot of stuff too. $30,000 worth, right? And I'm still not done. Still got to change the transmission out. There's $6,500. I got to do the front end. That's going to be about $3,000. It ain't cheap, okay? But you got to stay on top of it, and that's where I'm at. I stay on top of these things because you don't want to get behind, and that's why I'm at where I'm at now, is because I'm broke, because I've been putting money into that beast. But it's all good because things are getting done that needed to be done before, and unfortunately when I got it, I'm the one that's got to do it. The guy before me didn't do it, and the guy before him didn't do it, so now I got to do it. Well, I'm not going to drive it around, piece of junk. It's got to make me money, so you got to take care of it. So there'll be some things I do to it. Before I go on the road, I got to get a transmission, like I said, and I gotta do the front end, the kingpins. I got to do them. I got to do the kingpins and the transmission before I go back on the road, because I'm not going to fix anything on the road. My mechanics are here. My main one's here. So I don't want to, I ain't going to Kentucky and finding a guy that does transmission. I ain't doing it. So I want the transmission replaced, and I want the front end done before I accept another job. I'm working with somebody right now out of Chicago. What I like about them is you pretty much do everything online, over the phone. I don't have to go there and do an orientation. I can do it right at home. And I got to get a trailer, but I can get that out of Grand Rapids. I don't have to go to Chicago to get one. And I might end up getting one in my name anyway, because companies that want to charge your trailer rental fees, whoo, I could go rent one right now out of Grand Rapids for $600 a month. I already talked to them a month ago, 2 months ago, when I was looking to get my own authority, to see if that made any sense. I did all the research, and no, it don't make no sense for 2023 for me to get my own authority. So that's not going to happen. It is going to happen in the future, but not today, not this year, maybe next year. Yep. So you know what? I ain't got much more to talk about, and I love you guys. I'm almost up to 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers. Wow. That blows my mind. It's actually went faster in the last 4 months, 5 months. It's actually went fast. I'm up to 92 now, last I checked. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I don't know how to thank you guys. I mean, it's starting to tell me that at least what I'm doing is, maybe I'm not doing enough. And I know I've been off during the winter, but now it's nice out again, and the weather's coming back. So we're gonna get back on that Sgt Major. We're gonna get him. I want him running this year. I want him road worthy, road legal. Hey, you know what? I figure I might show you guys a truck. I forgot all about this truck. It's a 96. 1996. Here, let me turn you around so you can get an excellent view. Yep, 96 Western Star. Can you believe that? That's a 96 Western Star. This guy here, Joe, that owns that black truck right there, he bought it. Well, actually, he didn't buy it. He got it from a friend of his. I see you, rabbit. Anyway, yeah, Vietnam veterans. Yep. Let me get back a little further. Yeah, that's all I know about it. It's a 96. Not in bad shape for a 96. Not at all. I mean, mine's an 84, and this thing needs some frame restoration. But runs good. Big old tanks on it. Yeah. Nice truck. I would open the door and go on the inside, but it ain't my truck, and I don't do those kind of things. This guy here, that's Todd's truck, and he found out that he's probably gonna need a motor rebuild here shortly, but he don't believe it, so let's just see what happens. Yeah, as you can tell, I got my trailer already hooked up for in the morning. I got 4 runs tomorrow. I mean, that's a 12-hour day right there. Leave at 3 o'clock in the morning, and get done by 3. Go from there. All right, but hey, thanks again for the subscribers. Thanks for watching my channel, checking out Lieutenant Watermelon over there, and checking out my channel for Sgt Major, and even the drill sergeant every once in a while. We do something with him every once in a while. I ain't did nothing with him in a while. He needs some loving too, but he's gonna have to wait. I got another F-150 at home, which I don't even, or F-150, this is an F-350, but I don't even know what I'm going to do with the F-150. but I plan to put it back on the road, but that's at the bottom of the list too. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But again, thank you to all you subscribers. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you a lot. And I do thank you. And it will get better. It will get better. I'm going to get busy. I just want to keep you guys up to speed on everything. Again, Michigan weather, man. One thing about Michigan, you know, you get 4 seasons all year long. That's right. But anyway, we'll let you go, and y'all have a good one. Thanks again for the subscribers. I appreciate it. Keep them coming. Give me the suggestions. Talk to me. Like if you want. Look, I'm doing this to share my experience with everybody else. I mean, this is why we all do it, right? I mean, I'm working on a cab over, an international cab over, and I don't see anybody else doing that. Well, I do now. Ain't that funny? I found two guys that are that do work on. They have an international. Or actually, that guy ain't got an international. That's Kenworth. The one guy's got an international, about my age. I forget his channel now, but yeah, I found him the other day. So he's doing work on his. So hey, maybe it's paying off. I don't know. Maybe people are seeing a niche in this, you know, to do this. There's a mechanic on YouTube as well. He's a full-blown mechanic. Bends frames, truck frames, bus frames, auto frames. That's what he does. So why not put it out there, you know? That's why I do it, for you guys. So keep it coming. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting. Let's talk about it. Let's learn together. Y'all need any help with anything, you just ask me. I'm not great at anything, but I know a lot about a lot. How's that going? I'm a something, blah, 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 but a master of none. I can't remember that old saying. But yeah. But anyway, hey, y'all take care. Happy Monday. Hope you have a good night and a good day tomorrow. See ya.